big show planned for tomorrow night here. We'll be live for 2 hours covering President Trump's rally beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern in West Virginia. The president throwing his support behind Patrick Morrisey and his bid to unseat Joe Manchin in the Senate. We'll carry the president's remarks in full, have reaction afterwards and throughout. Joining me now, the man of the hour himself, West Virginia's Attorney General, Republican Senate candidate, Patrick Morrisey. And Patrick, good to have you with us. How are you feeling tonight? What does the race look like?
I'll tell you, we're feeling very good. It's always exciting when the President of the United States comes to visit your state. And let me tell you, President Trump is going to be a real difference maker in this Senate race. He enjoys very high approval ratings. He's been able to accomplish a great deal in his short term in office. And I think he knows I'm going to be the conservative fighter that West Virginia is looking for, and we'll be able to help out the Trump jobs agenda. He also knows that Joe Manchin has been cuddling up to all the radical liberals, supporting Hillary, Barack Obama.
Has
and
he
voted
really
no
been doing
on the
that?
Trump tax cuts.
Has he been doing that?
Actually. And he has. He has. In fact, it's funny. If you look at the issues that matter, Joe Manchin might try to carve out a reputation as a moderate, but he's never going to give a vote to the president unless it's already locked in. So whether you look at the Trump tax cuts, Joe voted no. And that's actually very harmful in West Virginia because we really benefit tremendously from those tax cuts. Doubling of the standard deduction, think about it, it's West Virginia. This really benefits us a lot. Lowering of the rates, the creation of these opportunity zones, so many really positive things for our state, and Joe said no. Joe's been on the wrong side of the Second Amendment issues. He supported Planned Parenthood, and I think this president knows he's going to get a strong ally in the U.S. Senate, and this is the one place the president can really come in, make a big difference. We're going to win this race, and we're going to help President Trump because he's doing so many good things in D.C.
Yeah, he's doing great things, and I think he's going to help you quite a bit as well. Let's take a look at some of the coal facts when we talk about West Virginia, and this is something I think many people across the country aren't aware of. I think in West Virginia there's acute awareness of this. The second largest state for coal production, 79 million tons, coal mines, 123 of them. Over the years, under President Obama, coal jobs lost because of his anti-coal policies, 35,200 jobs. That's from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It's truly stunning stuff. And this president has been building jobs and building opportunity again for coal miners and for the coal industry and the people of West Virginia. I don't see how Manchin can overcome that.
Well, Lou, I think if you look at the facts, what happened, Joe Manchin supported Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, and in fact, supported Hillary after she decided that she was going to put coal miners out of work.
How does he overcome that? I mean, that's stunning stuff.
I don't think he's going to overcome it. Well, it's stunning stuff, and I think as voters look at the contrast between Joe Manchin, who was with Hillary after she said she was going to put coal miners out of work, and they look at my background. I'm the guy that led the whole national coalition to take out the Obama power plan, and we won a historic victory at the U.S. Supreme Court over the Obama administration. We served as the bridge to get to the Trump administration, and obviously the president's been doing great things, helping out coal and our energy resources. West Virginia is a big energy state. Joe Manchin let us down when he supported Hillary and Barack Obama, and I don't think that he has a good answer for that and the rest of his record, because he's still been more willing to support Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Hillary than hardworking West Virginians. And he certainly is no fan of the Trump administration because he never gives his vote when it's needed.
You know, it was kind of cute there for a while he would try to sidle up to the president and tried to convey the idea that he was going to, join him in the contract to make America great again. He blew that. Are you going to support the president in every aspect of his agenda to make America great again, Patrick?
Look, I'm a very strong advocate behind this president, and I'll say why. One,
well, first,
he's
just
done
answer
what
my
he's
question.
promised the American people.
Are you going to support him? 100%.
Absolutely. we're going to be absolutely rock solid, strong, and that's the way we need to be. And here's why, Lou.
Well,
this
sorry,
president has done
time,
so many
Patrick.
great things.
I know you'll do terrific. I just wanted to hear you say it.
Thank you.
Because a lot of candidates out there are trying to make up their minds whether they're going to run with him or not run with him.
In West Virginia, we're with the president.
Indeed you are. Patrick, thanks for being with us. We appreciate it. Thanks so much. Patrick Morrisey, come back soon.
Thanks so much, Lou. Appreciate it.